So one time, thank you to Mr. Speaker. Let me congratulate him. Government side, na happy Independence Day, Lumi Wata Papua. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, me like Rice. Firstly, Lord, thank him. The 32 members on this side who have voted for me this morning. Mr. Speaker says, me no talk, thank you. This honor and privilege you are giving me as an alternate Prime Minister on this floor. And me the people, district and provinces will represent him. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, me Rice no talk, thank you for the rare privilege of being the alternate nominee on this floor to challenge our government in this process we me administering today. And for that, me to thank you to Luk Save. Number two, me to thank you, Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker. As I look across the floor, it is the first time ever since he ascended into being a Prime Minister in 2019 that I find myself on this side, not supporting him in his ascension. Mr. Speaker, I've always stood behind him in every occasion of the way, supporting his 10 years Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, on record, I see a lot of leaders, we congregated together. And Mr. Speaker, you know, Mrs. Prime Minister Itogosem, the motion of no confidence, Mr. Speaker. We utilized that provision, the Prime Minister, through you, Mr. Speaker. When we wanted to change the government, few of us assembled around you with the ideals that we held that we could make things better. Some of us believed in the dream. That's why we associated with you. In the likes of late member for Golela, William Sam, I find the Deputy Prime Minister sitting there. Few of our colleagues who are still seated on this floor. We believed in his leadership. Let me support him. We broke ranks. We broke party lines. We broke relationships, brotherhood. Everything that was on the mark we broke to support him to be Prime Minister, and we gave him that mandate on the floor in 2019. That was a democratic process we administered on the floor. The same process we have now. He became Prime Minister through the same process of a creature of the VONC. Mr. Speaker, now Mr. Nabosem directly opposing his leadership, and I see a lot of our colleagues on that side. And Mr. Prime Minister, may I congratulate you on your affirmation of your leadership today. The essence of our country is that we are a very beautiful country, and added on it, unique democratic country, which means majority rules, minority still has the right to speak on this floor. And now we look at 72 members on this side of the house, that side of the house, reaffirming their commitment to you, Prime Minister. 75, correction, 75, he give him full mandate being Prime Minister. When we started this journey of our leaders, you may sit down, the triangle talk of UNC. Now time becomes Sierra and we look him 32 member on this side, he voted me. 74, 75 on this side voted you. Mr. Speaker, one of the smartest men who ever lived on planet Earth, Albert Einstein once said that politics is more difficult than physics. Physics is a very hard subject. I studied physics in high school and uni. It's a very difficult subject. Most people don't understand physics. But he was able to say politics is more difficult than physics. And Mr. Speaker, I understand it now. That politics is more difficult than physics. Sometimes you find friends of convenience on one side. Enemies become friends. Friends become enemies. It's the nature of the game we play on this floor, Mr. Speaker. Now time you look at more a member, time you be a feminine leadership, long Prime Minister. People on the other side, people don't know and people stop here. Mr. Prime Minister, you got full confidence. What does that confidence give you? What does that confidence give you? It gives you an opportunity to work. And
Martin fathers of our great nation, to congratulate the new leadership team in our opposition, and of course congratulate Governor Bird for his nomination as our candidate for the seat of the Prime Minister of our great country. It's a great honor for the team leading other members of Parliament who have equally of the same standing and opportunities. But among us, only few are selected to do this job. PNC is, of course, the biggest party in opposition. We did not seek any nomination. because we wanted to give the chance to the new team and the new people. We did not participate in the attempt to get the position of nomination for the Prime Ministership because Papua New Guineans wanted a change. They wanted a change in 2019 with all the fanfare that went along with it, and we gave it to Marape. Marape did not beat me on the floor, Father. You know, I gave it to him. And look at the mess that he has created. I'm his favorite punching bag. But you know, I'm big enough to handle it. But I'm not going away anywhere, so I continuously remind him. But we have a great team there. We have got a great ability and experience to manage and put this country back on track. The question that each individual member of parliament today have to ask themselves is very simple. What do I stand for? Do I stand for my people and my country? Or do I stand for supporting a leadership that is taking us down this path of where our economy is in ruins, our cost of living is increasing, our lawlessness in the country, especially murder, domestic violence, and all these things that he is even protecting, not addressing in places like Tari itself, where there's a killing almost every day. And when you have all this countless number of challenges that this country is facing, what are the members of parliament thinking? Are they thinking about their pockets, about their self-interest? This is the vote that you are going to do. We know that we don't have the numbers today, but we needed to put this motion on the floor to test. And we want every Papua New Guinean to watch their member of parliament. Every Papua New Guinean to say, what do they stand for? What sort of integrity do they have, and what are the things that they've committed to their people during the elections? If they want this to continue where we are now heading to some recklessness and destroying the country, Wednesday would have been just a walk in the park. It will get even bigger because people are struggling to put food on the table. There's been no wage increase since 2016. The economy is virtually in recession. The interest rates of, if you want to go and borrow the money at the bank, interest rates are high, inflation is high, unemployment is high. People are really struggling, and the government is not feeling the pain of our people. That's what they are rebelling on the streets. They don't like the leadership of the country, and the members need to wake up and of course support. They wanted a change and they wanted new leadership. We are giving it to you. You have to stand up and embrace it. So that's why we are very, very encouraged by the young leadership, and of course there are a few of us who are still getting grayer, but we've got a still bit of strength left. We'll be standing behind them and pushing them along. So once again, congratulations. Look forward to working with them over the next few years.